Gongxi Gongxi, I'm Eric.
I'm Laurel.
Red envelopes are a big part of Lunar New Year's. Giving it is giving love and good fortune.
Wow, thank you. What did I get? $800. That's supposed to be really lucky because the number 8 sounds like the Chinese word for prosperity.
That means you're gonna get rich, but where's mine?
You thought you were missing out.
Thank you. TaiwanPlus wishes everyone gets rich in the Year of the Dragon.
TaiwanPlus is scaling up for the Year of the Dragon. In today's show, we take you to the best place in Taipei to buy your Lunar New Year essentials.
Then we head down south to the port city of Kaohsiung.
We're going to learn more about an iconic seasonal delicacy that comes from the sea.
There are still a few more Lunar New Year traditional foods we want to make.
And we're here to learn a few special recipes from Chef Ivy Chen. Ready to get to work, Tiff?
Oh yeah.
And are you a dragon, dog, sheep, or an ox? Better make plans to visit the temple before the new year. Plus,
we dance into the Year of the Dragon with a traditional activity
Which symbolizes luck and prosperity.
I'm Jaime Okan.
And I'm Joyce Sun, and we're here at Dihua Street, which is one of the oldest streets in Taiwan.
As you can see, it's absolutely packed. That's because this is the place to get all your essentials to celebrate the Lunar New Year holiday.
Which is essentially the biggest holiday here in Taiwan and several other countries in Asia.
Think of it like a Thanksgiving, a Christmas, and a New Year's, all combined and celebrated within a week.
And this year we're celebrating the Year of the Mighty Dragon, which symbolizes power, wealth, and good fortune.
And we're gonna need that fortune and that luck because there's lots to do, lots to buy, and lots to eat. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Cool, let's go. Oh, look at that. And then look at the lanterns up there. One of the most common gifts to give during Lunar New Year are these red envelopes filled with money. Now red because that's a good luck color, and money, well, because who doesn't like money?
And as you can see, there are so many different kinds of designs with different blessings. And usually these are given out by seniors to younger ones in the family. And so, for example, in my family, my grandparents give out the most generous hongbao or red envelopes that I still can't match when I give to my younger cousins.
So now it's time to put some money inside.
And actually, there are some rules that people follow as to how much you give. People try to avoid any denomination of 4 because in Mandarin Chinese, the number 4 sounds like death.
All right, so let's see what we got. We got 100, 500, and 1,000. Now, I knew that red was a good luck number, but I kind of want some of these blue bills, you know? Let's put some inside.
Attracting good luck is a big part of Lunar New Year.
And people make wishes for loved ones and themselves for the year ahead.
希望今年可以毕业。
已经最后一年了吗？
超过1年了。
希望可以更珍惜跟家人的时间，就是可以有更多 quality time 这样。
送给谁呢？
送给我自己了，我是龙了。
These are spring couplets, which have some traditional lucky words that people then hang in their homes to bring in some good luck.
Now, what does that say?
So this one says "chun," which means spring, and so it signifies just welcoming in the spring season.
Now, mine says "fu." My Chinese isn't that good, but I think it means like wealth, prosperity, something like that.
That's right, that's right.
So we're actually gonna try to write some of these.
Wish us luck.
Wish us luck. Fortunately for us, we had some help from the master.
在文字上能表现艺术的话，那就只有是中国的毛笔，书法，它跟我们一般在写圆珠笔或者钢笔是有一点不一样，因为它的羽毛是非常的柔软。
可以吗？大家接受吗？谢谢，谢谢。
Oh my gosh.
A big part of the Dihua Jie shopping experience is basically eating while you're walking. The street is filled with samples galore. And what did you get?
I think this looks like some seaweed with some sesame seeds.
The whole point is to basically entice you to buy more of the products, right? But there are so many samples here. You can basically get full and have a full meal as you walk to the end of the street.
This is delicious.
Food and snacks are undoubtedly a big part of the New Year haul.
小朋友很爱吃，他大概吃1杯有，他很爱吃，所以我就想多买点。
我们是喜欢吃那种，就是有这种好日子的那种糖果，还有喜气的感觉，然后红色的。想买什么？
甜的，好吃的。
And of course, we had to get in our sweet fix too.
Well, I think we got a pretty good haul.
Me too, and I am officially out of money. And I kind of wanted to get this thing.
These are cured fish eggs, and Laurel Stewart and Eric Tai went to find out how to make this delicacy.
Making the most of the Kaohsiung sun, this shopkeeper is drying her wares on the side of the street. She sells Mullet Row, a specialty in Taiwan that appears on many banquet tables during the Lunar New Year.
乌鱼子对我来讲是一个怀念的味道，因为小时候我们都去我外公家，那我外公家过年的时候，真的桌子上一定会有乌鱼子这道菜。
过年爱吃乌鱼子啦，嘿啦，这上好的迄个佳肴哦。
因为平常不会常常吃啊，然后过年吃的时候就会第一个好吃，第二个是有气氛。
But behind these drying pallets, there's a whole production process. So we've both eaten Mullet Row before, but what is it? Why is it a must-have during the lunar holiday?
Well, I don't know, but thankfully we're here to learn more about how to make Mullet Row.
Here at the Zhenfang Mullet Row factory, they're cleaning the egg sacs of mullet fish. Those then get salted and dried, transforming into this unique delicacy. But when we had to go ourselves, it wasn't so easy.
It's like really squishy.
It's very squishy. But despite the not so pleasant texture, we continued to wash, salt, and shape the mullet row. At this point, we're allowed to talk to the mullet row and tell it to be tasty so that later we can enjoy it. The tradition of eating mullet row during the Lunar New Year didn't spring up out of nowhere.
乌鱼子啊，它是我们台湾比较特殊的饮食文化。那其实过年过节啊，第一道菜它一定都冷盘，我们那个桌菜一定都会是乌鱼子。那它其实因为刚好过年吧，然后它也是过年最后的一种洄游性鱼类。那它来台湾的时候，其实也都算是我们台湾渔民的一个年终奖金啊。金色的，对，所以其实很像金条啊，我们都开玩笑说它是金条。
While mullet row is a symbol of good fortune and prosperity in Taiwan, other countries make similar dishes with different fish, where they take on different meanings.
在台湾，我们可能是送给重要的人；那在南美洲，它是送给情人。哦，你知道为什么吗？因为它反过来就是一个爱心。哦。对。
所以每个地方意思都不一样。 Wow.
Well, a lot of times actually, Lunar New Year falls around Valentine's Day. So yeah, so you can actually just present your heart to your lover or your family.
And while our mullet row still needs to sit and dry for about 2 weeks, we got to taste some that was ready to eat. Ours was toasted over flaming liquor to give it a crispy and fragrant finish. It's very salty. And it's soft, and you can taste the liquor as well.
So usually in my family, we would pair it up with daikon radish and with a little bit of scallion. Have you had it other ways too?
Yeah, I've had it with apple, sliced apple, and they're quite often served in big cold dishes. But it helps with the saltiness, for sure. Yeah. Having it on its own is quite strong. So this is just one specialty dish that people here eat during the lunar holiday. What else are we gonna eat?
Well, I don't know, but let's head back to Taipei and check out what Tiffany Wong and Leslie Lara are cooking up in the kitchen.
Ivy Chen has been teaching people how to cook traditional Taiwanese food for over 25 years. And in her pursuit of culinary perfection, she's also become an encyclopedia of Taiwanese food culture.
So this soy sauce made in Taiwan, basically with soybean and wheat, and that's a Japanese technique. Oh, okay. So when Japanese colonized Taiwan 100 years ago, they left this technique to Taiwan.
Ivy is the perfect person to teach us how to make traditional Taiwanese Lunar New Year cuisine. Today we're learning how to make Taiwanese-style sweet and sour fish and fried rice cake. Each dish has an important role to play during the Lunar New Year.
And fish in the New Year, symbolic meaning is 年年有余. So it means you have abundant food for the next year. So this is the must dish that we prepare for Taiwanese New Year party. And we are going to have another rice cake.
Ivy starts off by teaching us how to prep the fish, in this case, sea bass. We marinate it with a mixture of salt, white pepper, and rice wine.
The marinade is actually for people to remove the fishy flavor, but I would say if your fish is fresh enough, you can skip it.
While we let the fish marinate, we chop vegetables and make the sauce out of soy sauce, 2 kinds of vinegar, and sugar.
Caramelization is not very common in Taiwanese cuisine. We actually just add the slurry, like a cornstarch and water to make it thick, not reduction.
Then it's time to coat the fish with egg yolk and sweet potato starch and fry it. The fish is deep fried because it's first offered to ancestral spirits before dinner.
Because food stay on the offering table will last for 2-3 hours. If your food is not deep fried, they won't last that long for freshness. Or the heads.
Head first.
One side, yeah.
Like this?
Yeah, like this, okay. They go hold the tail.
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah, great.
After that, we cook the vegetables, finish the sauce, and pour it over the fish.
The second dish, nian gao, is a little more straightforward.
Nian gao, New Year rice cake. It's made from glutinous rice, and today I choose the red bean flavor.
We make a wet batter out of cake flour, cornstarch, and egg.
I've made this before, or I made it kind of from memory. My dad used to make this when I was a kid, but he never taught me. And so I would just dip nian gao in egg and then fry it. I didn't know to add flour or anything.
Oh, okay.
We cut up our nian gao, dip it in the batter, and fry it too. We finish with a little icing sugar, and there you have it, fried nian gao, a simple but delicious New Year's treat.
Ivy, thank you so much for teaching us how to make these dishes, and thank you for being such a great teacher.
Thank you, my pleasure. Sharing food is always the best way to meet people.
But Lunar New Year isn't just about food. Some people go to get their fortunes told, and that's exactly what Yu Jinghuang and Harel Hughes are going to do.
We're here at the Songshan Ciyou Temple.
Because we are in need of a little extra luck.
Why is that?
Well, this year is the year of the dragon, and there are 4 zodiac signs that have a special ask.
Luan is here to pray for a smooth year, something many people do before the Lunar New Year holiday. In Taoism, people born under the current year's zodiac sign, as well as 3 other signs, could face 12 months of bad luck. That is, unless they appease Taisui, the deities that oversee their fate. Luan was born in the year of dog, one of the 4 signs facing a year of bad luck. She has to fill out her name, address, and birthday for Taisui, and then the temple will light up her name tag in a blessing ceremony.
对，通常我们家就是全家人会一起点。那如果没犯太岁，就可能会点一个光明灯啊。我也是第一次自己做这件事，蛮有趣的。
The temple then gives Luan a wallet, receipt, and an amulet that will protect her from Taisui for the next year. She's just one of many people here, hoping to ward off bad luck. This year, the temple is expecting over 70,000 applications. Before the new year, the temple will hold a ceremony to present names to Taisui and ask for blessings. The Taisui deities are kept here, in the Taisui Hall. There are 60 of them in total, as the lunar calendar is a 60-year cycle, and every year has its own deity.
92，我们2个都一样。92，哎，在这里。猴子。That's our garden.
Monkey.
Yeah.
Pacifying Taipei is a long-standing custom, so popular that some temples even offer online ceremonies. But this temple has kept things traditional.
上网线上点灯，点灯有他人没去拜拜有什么效益？我是觉得这方便是方便，没有效果。要来这边点个香祈福拜拜才知道啊，跟妈祖讲，哎呀，我某某人来这边求你什么，这才有道理啊。
For those not facing Taipei, visiting the temple is a bit simpler. Instead, people ask about their fortune in the coming year, and some temples can even signal the fate of the country. Naturally, we wanted to see what the next year looks like for TaiwanPlus.
What the next year will look like for TaiwanPlus?
Matsu, what is this year going to look like for TaiwanPlus?
That's a good sign. Next, we choose a fortune stick. The characters at the bottom tell us which fortune we need to collect from temple staff.
这个是上千的，
上千哦。
做事情就是我觉得果断一点，当机立断，因为你们是做什么行业的？
新闻。
就是要抢先机嘛，就是当机立断嘛。所以春天来就很好，这个签是上千。
So he says everything will be good, just don't hesitate and just do it.
That is great advice for the newsroom.
Having pacified Taipei and made sure our fortune for the next year is set, we are ready to call it a day at the temple.
So now we know food can bring prosperity. We know going to a temple can bring prosperity, but what else is there?
I can think of something that's a little more active.
Hey, Reese.
Hey, Sandy. It's Lunar New Year. Are you excited?
I'm super excited. It's like a huge holiday here in Taiwan.
Now, I know there's a tradition of wearing red clothes, but your clothes look even more special than usual.
Well, I'm wearing this because you're in for a treat today. Ready?
Let's go. So, Sandy, what's going on over here?
Well, we are in Keelung now, and also it's just located northeast of Taipei. And since it's the year of the dragon, we'll meet up with Master Lu's Dragon and Lion dance troupe to take a look at what it takes to do the dance.
The rippling and twisting dragon dance is typically performed by a team of 9 people. That's a lucky number in the Chinese-speaking world, with one additional performer controlling the pearl. The pearl represents wisdom, and the dragon will chase it throughout the performance.
实际上，舞龙它龙啊，这个是帝王的象征嘛，代表很有代表这个高高在上了。
Dragon dances date back over 2,000 years, all the way to China's Han Dynasty. They were performed during times of drought. That's because in Chinese folklore, the dragon is associated not with fire, but with water. Nowadays, the dance is performed at festivals in the hope of encouraging fortune and prosperity.
所以说，一般在庙会人家看到龙的话，基本上来讲人家一些信徒都会膜拜所以说基本上它里面的一个精髓第一个让促进大家的一个团结力以及祥和。
So instead of watching from the sidelines, why don't we all get a little bit involved?
I'm game if you are. It's time to channel our inner dragons.
我们先练出场姿势，龙头起之后，龙身拉直。好了，往前走，先拉直线走。基本上是右手在上，左手在下。第3节左手可以再托高一点，然后右手下来一点。
Oh, it's harder than it looks. It's also pretty heavy. You really have to use a lot of shoulder strength and your upper arms.
变位置。好，停。感觉怎么样？
真的很累，就是你的肩膀跟着
手背力要有，
手臂会酸。
对，所以基本我们都会做一些体能。对，这个肌耐力一定要有。
As Sandy and I quickly discovered, it's not only a physically demanding form of performance art, but it also requires a lot of teamwork and determination. It's no simple task expressing the true essence of the dragon dance.
实际上舞龙是很不好教的，因为他人多，你差一个就 困难度就有它的架构啊，的确是一个很深根蒂固啊。它可以结合什么呢？可以结合每一个人的一个团结力。
Master Lu's performers practice for 3 hours a day, 6 days a week, rain or shine, to perfect a physically demanding and precisely choreographed routine.
你真正在训练的时候，可能一个动作，一个人他可能忘记失误了，导致说这个动作我们要再重来学一次，会一直这样子重复这样子。
Master Lu and his troop's dedication to the art of dragon dancing is clear, through the time and effort they put into becoming internationally celebrated performers.
Well, that was a lot of fun, but I'm so tired, my arms are so sore.
I am totally exhausted. How about we go back to the office and do a Lunar New Year activity that's less taxing?
But first, I definitely need a break.
Me too. Sandy, what are you holding there?
Well, you said that you wanted to do something different in the office for the Lunar New Year. So today we are going to create some paper cutting decorations for the newsroom.
Great. I've got some paper, a knife, and a pair of scissors. Let's do it.
Let me show you how it's done.
We're making a dragon here. So start by folding a square piece of paper in half. Then draw a circle on the back. Copy the pattern you see on the screen and add the dragon's ears and whiskers. Finally, cut out the sections you do not need.
Some members of the TaiwanPlus team have joined us to make some decorations to help make the office look a little more festive. Andrew,
yes.
How are you getting on?
I chose a very easy one, so hopefully it'll be okay.
Have you done this kind of thing before?
I have not. This is my first time, but I'm happy to, take one for the team.
Okay, you've gotten the simple one. I've chosen the most difficult spring dragon. Laura, you must have done this before.
That was ages before, when I was a kid. Okay, I've never done this, at least not in the last 30 years.
Philip, you're here as well. Philip.
Yes, I am here.
How's this for you?
It's going all right. It kind of brings me back to elementary school, cutting little snowflakes.
Paper cutting is an ancient art form in China, and some think it came about as soon as paper was invented. It's a common Lunar New Year activity that brings together friends and family to welcome the spring.
Why do people do this around Lunar New Year, Laura? Is there a particular meaning?
I have no idea.
It's to keep the kids quiet.
Yes.
It's working in our journals, in our newsroom as well. Keep the reporters quiet.
Yeah, to keep them busy.
This is actually a lot more difficult than I anticipated. It requires a lot of patience and a steady hand. It's a very different kind of challenge from the dragon dancing that Sandy and I did. I don't have the patience for this kind of thing, so I'm rushing it, and it's turning out pretty poorly. The final result is going to be just a tattered piece of red paper.
I'm almost done. What about you guys?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I've barely started, but I do have the most complicated one, I think. Sandy, how's yours going?
Mine is still alive, apparently.
You haven't cut off any parts you're not supposed to cut off?
I think it looks okay so far.
Almost done. What?
Really?
You win.
Because you're doing all the talking.
We've been talking.
I'm going to need at least another 5 minutes for this.
5 minutes later.
And here's one I made earlier.
That's all right. You can also hang it upside down, which means it's arriving,
Yeah,
right?
arriving.
So spring is arriving.
Arrival of spring.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we're all finished with our decorations. How did you guys find that?
It's fun.
That was good.
Easy.
I'm going to do this with my family.
Easy peasy.
They all look pretty good. Mine's fine as well. All right, we're going to scale up our office by hanging these festive decorations all around the place.
Let's do it.
That's it for our Lunar New Year extravaganza. From everyone here at TaiwanPlus, we wish you Happy Year of the Dragon!
Soaring into the Year of the Dragon. TaiwanPlus.
In the face of adversity, the power of truth.
A roadmap for a just and open world, charted by the freest country in Asia.
Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
TaiwanPlus News, a voice of freedom in Asia.